morning to all of you. Okay, so we're back again with our final chapter. Okay, final chapter for aircraft maintenance practice lah. Okay, so we will continue lah with our lesson, with our lecture lah for today. Okay, so we will be in the last chapter lah, like what I mentioned. So chapter 4 will be the last one. Okay, so in this last chapter for aircraft maintenance practice, okay, we will be talking about maintenance procedures. Okay, so what will be discussed in maintenance procedures, we will see lah throughout this entire lesson lah, in the next slides lah to come. Okay, so without further ado, okay, hope you all are feeling well, and let us start this class today lah, our lesson for today for maintenance procedures. Okay, alright, so let's start. Okay, so in chapter 4, as you can see here, okay, in chapter 4, okay, so the main objectives are as follows lah, or what is stated here, okay, is to overview of the maintenance planning, and the second one is to understand the modification procedures and dive deeper into maintenance inspection, quality control, and quality assurance. And last is the overview of certifications. Okay, so this is the main objectives of this chapter lah. Okay, chapter 4. Okay, so first we'll start with maintenance planning lah. Okay, so this is the overview of maintenance planning lah. So let me explain to you what is maintenance planning. Okay, so what is the function of maintenance planning in aviation lah? Okay, it is to ensure safe and economical aircraft operation. Okay, so that is the function of maintenance planning. Okay, maintenance planning document, okay, it is a form of document lah, MPD. We call it maintenance planning document lah, or in short form MPD. Okay, is the foundation as it outlines all the maintenance tasks needed to be carried out lah. Okay, so in the maintenance planning document contains all the tasks of all the maintenance tasks that is needed to be carried out lah. Okay. Okay, so next, industry steering company, okay, ISC, can only review the changes. So for the maintenance planning document, okay, can only be reviewed by industry steering company. So it's best for you to go to Google and check lah what is industry steering company lah. Okay, to further understand what is ISC lah. Next, operators modify MPD, okay, the maintenance planning document based on the manufacturer guidelines. Okay, all modifications must be approved by regulatory bodies such as NAA, EASA, FAA, DCA. Okay, this is all the what do you call that? Our aviation authority lah. Okay, so all this modification, what is mentioned, all modification carried out must be reviewed by NAA, EASA, and FAA. But for Malaysia, we have CAAM, right? Civil Aviation Authority Malaysia. Okay, so in Malaysia, CAAM will review all the modifications lah. Okay. Okay, next, modification procedures. Okay, so let me explain. There are a few types of modification procedures here lah. Okay, so I will go through these types of modifications lah. So as you can see here, there are two types lah. Okay, one is minor modification, and the second one is major modification. So there are two types of modifications lah. Okay, so first let me explain minor modifications. So what is minor modification? Okay, as it states here, it is no significant impact on the airworthiness, so has nothing to do with the airworthiness lah. Okay, minor means no impact on aircraft weight, C of G, center of gravity, structural strength, and reliability lah. Okay, so that is minor modification lah. Okay, so how about major modification? So major requires approval from the aviation authority. Aviation authority means like our aviation authority is CAAM lah, Civil Aviation Authority Malaysia. Okay, as you can see, what I state here is CAM if in Malaysia, FAA if in US lah. Okay, so this one in the rest, this one DCA. Sorry, this one DCA. This one need to edit lah. This is DCA. Before Malaysia was DCA lah, but now is CAM, right? Change already. Okay, so next, Next I'll explain about the approval process or the procedures. Okay, so in the approval process is how the procedures goes is submission of the modification document. Okay, when you have any modification lah. Okay, so this what you do: submit the modification document, evaluation of structural, electrical, and safety aspects, testing such as the ground or flight test if necessary. Okay, issuance of service bulletin or airworthiness directive. Okay, so this is part of the modification procedures lah. Okay, remember all of this. Okay, next, stores procedures. So let me explain to you about stores procedures lah now. Okay, so proper handling and storage of parts lah. So this is the function of stores lah. Okay, what is the function of store procedures? Okay, storage requirements states here that temperature, humidity control, and corrosion prevention. So this is the requirements lah. Okay, the temperature, humidity control, and the corrosion prevention. So this the requirement for the storage lah, storage requirements lah. Okay, next, example 1. Okay, storage locations of spare parts and aircraft elements are important. They must be clean, ventilated, and maintained at a constant temperature with a low constant percentage of humidity to reduce the effect of condensation. Okay, so it's important lah. Okay, so you must store the spare parts or items in perfect storage location lah. Okay, so make sure it is always clean and ventilated lah, and temperature control. Example 2, metals susceptible to corrosion while in storage may also be protected from corrosion with oil, fluid, or protective compounds. Okay, so this is how you store, example lah, this is how you store a metal lah. Okay, in storage. Okay, so shelf life management and rotation system and to ensure the special storage for flammable and perishable items. Okay, so the shelf life must always be monitored. And next is ensure that there are special storage lah for flammable and perishable materials lah. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the certification and release procedures. Okay, so what is this? Okay, certificate of release to service, CRS. Okay, so this is certificate to release to service lah. Okay, CRS is a document lah. It's required before flight lah. No aircraft can be released to service unless certificate of release to service is issued. Okay, it is issued by the certified maintenance personnel. Okay, regulatory framework Part M, also known as CAMO. Okay, CAMO lah. CAMO will issue the release to service document. So CAMO, also known as Part M, will issue the document of CRS lah. CRS to issue the CRS form in order for the aircraft to be released before it flies lah. Okay. In case of emergencies, temporary certification is permissible by qualified personnel with no less than 3 years of appropriate maintenance experience. Okay, so any qualified personnel can also issue qualified lah. Okay, qualified personnel can also issue, but must be not less than 3 years of appropriate maintenance experience lah. Okay, so this is an example of CRS, certificate to release service document lah. This is an example lah of the document. Okay, so have a look lah. Okay, next, interface with aircraft operation. So the main interface between aircraft maintenance and aircraft operation is the technical logbook. Okay, so this is the technical logbook lah. Technical logbook tracks maintenance status and flight safety information. Okay, deferred maintenance list for tracking and pending repairs. Okay, so this is the function of the logbook lah. The current aircraft certificate of release to service. Okay, so in the logbook contains the current aircraft certificate to release to service lah. Okay, next, maintenance, inspection, and quality control. Okay, so now we are going to jump into maintenance, inspection, and the quality control lah. Okay, so a maintenance inspection or quality control or quality assurance system must be in place at all maintenance organization. Okay, the quality assurance systems or department ensures work is performed satisfactorily when performed at locations other than the maintenance organizations approve installation. Okay, so this is the function of the quality assurance lah. Okay, so function of QA is, okay, let me explain again. Okay, is to perform vendor audits and inspection. Parts and components traceability, so this must perform internal audits and corrective inspection. So this is the function of quality assurance lah in aviation. Okay, so we're going to talk about unscheduled maintenance now lah. Okay, so next, unscheduled maintenance occurs due to failures during operation and from findings during inspections and checks. Okay, so what is mentioned here, so all the unscheduled maintenance occurs, okay, due to the failures during operation. Okay, this is unscheduled lah. Okay, and from findings during inspection lah. So this is the definition of unscheduled maintenance lah. Typical inspection and check unscheduled maintenance items are unexpected failures during operation, corrosion treatment, structural repairs, component and replacement must be accordance to AMM or aircraft maintenance manual. So that is the why unscheduled maintenance happens is because of this as well. Okay, but everything, despite doing unscheduled maintenance, everything must follow according to AMM. Okay, AMM. Okay, next, control of life limited parts. Okay, so life limited parts must be tracked and replaced on schedule. Records must include installation dates and service history. Non-compliance results in suspension of airworthiness certificate. Okay, so without airworthiness certificate, the aircraft cannot fly lah. So if you don't comply, aircraft won't be able to fly lah. Okay, you are stripped of your airworthiness certificate. So okay, in conclusion, proper maintenance planning ensures compliance, enhance operational efficiencies, and maintains airworthiness. So that is the why we need proper maintenance planning, is to ensure everyone comply, and it improves the efficiency of everyone or the company, and maintains the aircraft airworthiness lah. Okay, and it always keeps the aircraft airworthy lah. Okay, so that is that will be our lesson for chapter 4 ni lah. It's just a short chapter lah. Okay, so like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay, so that's all for today for aircraft maintenance chapter 4. Okay, we have reached the end of our chapter. So congrats and thank you everyone. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay, all right, so I think that's all for today for our class. So I'll end the lesson here lah. Okay, thank you everyone for your time. I'll see you in the next lesson. Okay, bye bye.